Trust me, we've had a lot of back and forths, but we'll get through it, Tim. We'll get into it, and it will be juicy because of it. So Consulate to start there from Team 1, and Villa coming in from SANTOS, actually. The Villa one's a little bit more surprising for me, more than anything.
Defender, and it will be Thatcher Capito, Maestro, and Mira that will by the wayside, and they will be completely unavailable throughout all
the round. A lot more to go on this one. Mighty trying to hold towards top floor. He was on the roam. It's the Jaeger, and it makes sense. Unfortunately, roaming no longer.
To Cyprus, however, Cyprus does have a fight back in the chamber. Will shut down one, but then is traded out.
Now making it more manageable, but Rise. Can he rise up his crosshair for the hurty verti? No! No vertical versus free. Smoke cans going out. Pops the first, trying to bait them off the diffuser. He did force him off, but he can't stay alive as he's going to get shot into the spine. The stone cold stunner by Lukid as he drops down and hits the trigger immediately. Force them to be overthrown now. This gets awkward. If they can't recover it in the next 7 seconds, the round is done. It's up to Lukid to get both of the frags. Finds the first, the close range encounter versus
as well. Dangerous times as Cyprus is low health here. Scardenia finds one onto Lukid, and that finds us now 3 versus 4. 2 versus 4 as Scardenia gets himself a second, and this is exactly what needs someone to come in as a talisman and start locking rounds down. Mighty gets in on the action. Another player has full HP. That is the one thing that he's got going for him. Not now, as he takes shots from the console office, finds the man through the soft wall. 1 versus 2, surely a device to open up into the bathroom, but as he peeks the angle, Mighty, he's holding a pixel and shuts down 4. As I said, yellow stairs still being contested. The Ash of Raps was able to play on there, but would have been shut down nearly by the smoke if Lukid
that will do the damage. The final shot that will finish off Rise. Mighty as well, not looking so tall and mighty at the minute as he's on 4. However, falls. He's going to trip over, but it's the bait play from Raps on the stairway, prone and gunning his way through Cyprus. Scardenia will be checkmate there as the Rook falls to Lukid. They're wolf packing up. The only one that isn't close together is Philippox, but Falls comes in with the initial shot. The close range encounter. Have they traded? Philippox and Mighty trade against one another.
Spiral staircase, surely this is going to be it for Reduct. He's got men on either side. Rise is the one to get the ultimate final bullet. Here comes the nade, potentially bounces in. Great throw and shut down as he's forced away. Beautiful team. One roamer out in the map, and he is above them now. They move into sight aggressively. Mighty getting a kill, but Team 1 fight back with 2 of their own, and we find out now, can SANTOS hold on to this? The aggression is coming very quickly, and that is a lucky kill from Cyprus there. That is the one that he had to make him, but as soon as they step out, will they get the shot? Yes! Unreal on the reverse angle. Falls it. Will dive round, disable the diffuser, and shut down a round for Team 1 that looked all but lost. 25% within the first radius, and then as you get closer, that is increased to 50%. But the opening kill once again goes to SANTOS. How many to the table again? Why they are struggling in terms of form, and they are just being beaten on every single angle right
now. Them into a lot of these firefights. It literally just comes down to the raw gun skill at the minute, and they're slaughtering them. Raw. At that point, it'll be one more round to win it. The 1v1 there of Cyprus taking on Raps, and it favours the man with the FAMAS.
The diffuser went down in amidst all of that. It was an uphill struggle for Team 1 there at the end. That is going to
him though, fighting fire with fire. Nitro goes out. Oh, it's a bit of a over-explosive way to finish him. Leaves it on the getting the diffuser down. This is where the time comes into play. 40 seconds. Another man falls. There's a trade from the Mozzie. Gets the upgraded pistol into the back of the head there. I'm guessing, but they're not going to be rotating from Spiral. Instead, they walk into the unknown. He gets a free frag, not clearing the close angle. Lukid in a 1v2 finds the first hit, but he's still got so much more to do. 10 seconds, jumps on the diffuser. Cyprus, I don't think he's heard it. I don't think he knows. He needs to peek. He's got 1 second, or it's going to go the way of Team 1.
Got to question Cyprus's position.
Mate. I've seen you in ranked, Tim. You can do some damage. This actually could be some damage to SANTOS, though. I've just clocked dropping out of the side of SANTOS, and they're also suffering casualties as well, Tim. This round's going from bad to worse, but at least there's a bit of a fight being taken
here. But I'm looking, they are also on yellow stairs. Great kill from Scardenia. Looks to get himself a second. What a beauty through the soft wall. 1 versus 2 as Raps cleans up side for the diffuser, looking to get the plant down, and the kill will come in. Scardenia goes massive for his team when they need it. 3 kills on the round, closes things out. That was close to SANTOS, but they've just managed to win them a 4v5.
6-6. A hell of a comeback. Honestly, SANTOS, you can see it reflected right here. 4 players in the game.
Drastically different from what we've seen so far today, Jackie.
No, not at all. Makes sense as we go into this one then. Put in position with a shield to try and aid him. Obviously those were my magnets as well that make it easier to suck up utility.
Be really influential now. That's a big run out, but shut down. You gotta hit your shots there, Reduct. Cypress too big an ask right now. The diffuser is in hand with Wag, but he's not going to be able to get inside. They just call that one there. Take the opportunity.
I imagine that's probably Luka that's taken the peek towards him. He does go in for the full commit to take him down. Not ready for the follow-up though, as Cypress bypasses him.
Around on Consulate, but just unable to find that same sort of success this time. Drones will locate one, but Cypress is able to win out.
Making the man in front of him fall over, but he pre-fires it. He gives the game away. Oh, and he's gone down because of it. Smashing the arms of Scardina as well. It falls into the final 2 versus 2. Make that a 1v2. It's all on wraps. Malusi to clutch it. A 1v2. Oh, around the corner. The Dockerby connection. It's going to work well for Rise. The switch to the CZ to celebrate with a golden gun because that's a bang in play. The head was out for maybe a millisecond. They'll be able to slay in close range. The QCB could be going down. Ash will be the first to be overthrown. We see the trade back from the Skeleton Key there at Mikey, it seems. But falls the gift that keeps on giving, Tim. Pump after pump. He's blowing them all to bits. But another 2 seconds remaining. They're playing off each other's contact. They peek in. The Jaeger's been slain. Diffuser goes down. But so does Ryan. Peeking in. Spots him out. Pre-fire connection. Finishes the sledge. 19 seconds to 1v1 this. Just got to peek in. But she needs to get round the corner. 2 seconds difference. He came off it. He came off it, Tim. It wouldn't have mattered.
Just using that Selma device to clear out the shield, but it will be too little too late. He gets the kill onto Lucas, but Raps and Falls able to close things down. It's ultimately down to the shotgun of Falls. He takes the shot as dropping, and that is going to be the round for Team 1.
Mate,
but still living to fight another day. The challenge continues. He will ultimately get the kill onto Lukid. And
4. There's still plenty of time to work with for Team 1 when it comes to their execution. Talking of being executed, though, Scardina holding on the close angle. He's got his impacts. Ooh, but talking of impact through the wall, Falls is the one that tears him to pieces, Tim. 2 on 2. Encounter. Time ticking away. Pepper spray. There's the peak, but it's not going to work on the 90 corridor. Drop down once again, back in the 1v1. 8 seconds for Leapox. He doesn't have a diffuser. He's not going for it either. He runs straight into the crosshair of Cypress, and it won't be a mirage.
The S's that might be knocking about before the pressure really starts mounting. How about that from Leapox? He was a... Now the pressure starts to mount, but Santos, they seem even to it, and these kills are just bouncing back. But ultimately, Team 1, they managed to take an advantage, come in, but 2 versus 2 as Scardina steps up once again, as he has done so with it all to do. Ravida's going to take big shots, but steps up with the shotgun and puts down the last man. He also had Raps downed. It was his shots that put the Ash on the ground. So it's a nice double for him to finish the round once again. To Vault now, and I think they've got somebody around the back of Clash finally. Will be shut down, and in the nick of time, Team 1 managed to sort out the problems there, straighten out their footwork, and get the double kill that they needed. Falls coming in and just cleaning house there to finish things off.
Considering it's a coach as well, that's why it has so much more weight to it. Ooh, Cypress.
Of what could be the final round here. If Team 1 are able to close this down, and with shots like that, they'll close it down no problem. Lukid taking the Clash in action here, but not anymore. As Philippox aggresses into sight, it's Wag on the shotty. He gets one, but then takes shots to the back. That's going to put him in the dirt. That's going to be the end of the round, the end of the map. Team 1 successful, and a draw overall across the best of 2.
All right, there we go. Team 1 coming back into it, picking up the victory here in the end on a 7-4 split. I think, you know, all pointers though. Considering Santos had to bring in a coach, he performed really well. The 2 rounds where he picked. There he is. How you doing, Bodega?
Hey. Not a good game to play today.
Well, yeah, let's start with it. We'll start at the beginning, right? Obviously, back on Consulate. I think that's probably the result that we're all looking at, and we're a bit confused by. Normally, you're a solid Consulate team. It was your map pick going into it. What happened?
We were just sloppy on some rounds. There were some things that we tried to do on attack. We tried to do new things against them, and I think I got it wrong. But basically on Consulate, the final result was completely. It could be completely different if we didn't have any remakes. Yeah. I think we won 5 rounds, and on 5 rounds, 3 or 4 we had remakes. So how can we have momentum?
No, that's fair, man. That is fair.
Basically impossible to have momentum with 3 to 4 remakes. So I think that's why we lost on Consulate.
Definitely difficult for you on the technical side, Bodega, today, as you say, with those rehosts. But it just felt a little bit like on Consulate that Santos were having all the luck. So the
Yeah,
double nitro toss, for example, is that something that you guys felt as well? Because we picked up on that.
to be fair, they made a great game. They prepared some counter strat for against our consulate, and they made some great rounds. But we were just sloppy on basically everything we played on consulate. We just didn't woke up to the game.
And then obviously coming into the second map of Villa, one of the few times we've seen Villa actually played in BR6 this stage. A better result, Bodega, honestly. You know, it looked much cleaner. It looked more like what we expect to see from Team 1. Did you just go into that just thinking we need to win this and at least get the draw?
When we went to Villa, we basically, uh, you know, we just wanted to play and finish the game. We
Yeah.
were, it was too damning for us to play this game with so many remakes. So on Villa, we didn't had anything from them because we actually changed the map video a few minutes before the game. But we were just feeling we wanted to play Villa. We had this feeling that we wanted to play Villa, and I didn't made any any VOD review with them. So this Villa, we didn't prepare for it. We wanted to play club before it, and then we decided to play Villa like a couple minutes before the game.
You've got to
That's
go
just
where
for
you're happy, I
yeah.
suppose. But you've obviously mentioned the remakes there, Bodega. How did you deal with that as a team? Because as you say, it does impact your momentum, but you continued very well on Villa. It didn't seem to impact you. You just came back in and picked up where you left off. Was it a lot of patience, a lot of talking to each other in the breaks? What's the plan for dealing with that?
Well, although we are very young, we have a very experienced team. We already played on lands. We already played on finals, on many finals. So we're experienced. We know what to do when it has remakes. So we just kept going and playing. Just grinding.
Well, the grind paid off, man. In the end,
Yeah.
it was a draw today, Bodega. Before we let you go, mate, to just rest, of course, off the back of what was quite a long series. Well played tonight. It was some lovely stuff. Is there anything you want to say, of course, to the Team 1 fans out there before we let you go?
Just sorry about the result today. I know that you guys wanted a 2-0 score, but we just couldn't do it today. We were sloppy, and we're gonna do a better game against ENTZ later on Sunday.
All right. Well, good luck, Bodega. It's always lovely to speak to you, mate, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
You guys.